Mr. Harmless here, back with some more tech helps. Let's get ready to learn. Mr. Harmless here, and I wanted to talk briefly about how you could schedule an online lesson with your students through Hangouts Meet. So this is the scheduling portion of the instructions. So I have pulled up here Google Classroom, and I have just some fake classes here. This one here, name of your class, the period is optional. I do have one student in there. So I'm going to click on this class. Now, obviously, you've learned you can add things to the stream, so you can post things here if you want, but I want to talk about specifically how you could, through Google Classroom, schedule a meeting with your students. So if I click classwork, notice there's a link here that says Google Calendar. Now, if I click this link, it takes me to Google Calendar, but it takes me to the version of Google Calendar that is connected to my look. So there's my calendar for that class. So notice I have a lesson scheduled. I have an assignment scheduled. Okay. So now if you want to schedule something, so let's say I wanted to schedule a lesson for Thursday. I will click on Thursday. I'm going to call this lesson number 2. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and click more options because this is where I can add the other things that I think are important. And the specific one I want to go to is where it says add conferencing. If I click this, we have the option of adding a Hangouts Meet. Okay. Now I want to add my 2 students in there. And I believe there's a way to add the whole class at once. I will look into that. But for right now, I'm going to talk about how to add individual students. So let's say you just want 2 or 3 students at a time. So I'm going to add Allegretti, and I'm going to add Shannon. Just as I start typing their names, it comes up. And so you can do this fairly quickly if there's no way to add the whole class. Already I noticed that there's a Hangouts Meet option right here. This is the meeting ID. So there's these links that you can send, but you don't have to worry about that right now. If I go ahead and at this point, lesson 2, let me add a time here. I don't want it all day. So let's say 10 a.m. That's fine. If you want, you can add a description, other things you can add. You can add a notification if you'd like, change that notification. But I'm going to click save. If you'd like to send invitations, emails, send. So that will send an email to those people. It is on my calendar. So later on, so let's say you get to Thursday and you're going, okay, I need to go to teach my lesson, and click Google Calendar. Now, this will be added to your student's calendar as well, but you can click right here. And notice your students would see this as well. Join Hangouts Meet. They can join by phone. They can dial this, enter this PIN number so they can listen in as another option. But this is a great way to schedule a meeting, or in this case, I'm calling it a lesson. Hopefully this is helpful for how to schedule a Hangouts Meet with students, and we can help you from that point forward.